You cannot get good at animation without study. Not the kind of studying where you read books and articles and you take notes. This is a valid way to study though. I'm talking about study through experience. You have to experience the effects of your decisions and actions. The only way you can animate from your imagination at the level where the percentage of your good decisions is high is by getting specific projects that help you learn a lot of things at the same time. You come up with projects from A, your own imagination, and B, stealing. Stealing is considered bad, so we usually go with imagination. Stealing in art is a bit different from what you would typically think of though. Think about the power of influence. Think about the idea of culture. The language you speak comes from somebody else because you want them to understand you. This isn't considered stealing, but when Pablo Picasso mentions good artists copy, great artists steal, we don't realize that we can steal in an ethical way. But I think we need to use a different word. I think Mr. Picasso was writing a catchy phrase that he can use to spread a message. You can steal from all the things that made you and all the things you want. Notice I didn't say take all the things you want. How about we change the word from steal to borrow? And I think your moral compass might feel less challenged. You can borrow from all the things that made you and all the things you want. Sounds better. I got a question for you though. What will you give in return? This is where you rise above copywork. Kind of works that some people say, you dare not call it your own. Make something with the content that influences you, because everything is a remix. Your study must be self-directed, but you can accelerate your progress from the work of people who came before you. There are many con artists out there who claim other people's work as their own. Some of them make copies of other people's art and sell them, just blatant copies, nothing changed. You're doing neither. You're using existing art that you want to be influenced by. Everyone has their favorite artist. Everyone has their favorite music. Everyone has their favorite color, clothes. You think we don't share some of that? You think the other guy didn't like the same thing you like and made something that you would like to use to then make something that you like to show other people that would like the same thing? You're learning more about how people do their projects by doing their projects. Think about this. A lot of your favorite TV shows, animators, so on and so forth, they never told you how they did it. So by figuring it out yourself, you develop your own tips and tricks that results in the same level of work. The return that you give, what I asked you earlier, is the work that you produce after you finish the projects. You're forever changed. You learned something. You've been through the process. You can produce that level of work now. Real question is, what did you learn through the process? Now, I'm willing to share with you all the things that I've learned in my journey through school and some animation work here and there. I've spent over 10 years working with animation, video editing, and abstract art creation. In my animation class, you'll be able to learn how animation works, improve your animation skill within a small community. It's always nice to focus. And you'll be producing your own animation projects. If you want to do it on your own and come up with a few projects, I suggest take an existing image and animate it. So a cartoon character that already exists, or a picture of a mug, or a drawing that, or an item, something that is already there. And that way you focus on the technical qualities of animation without getting stuck at a pre-production stage like character design. You can also capture animated scenes through a screen recorder or a screenshot. Then you would pick out what you consider to be the most important frames, shots, pictures, the most important frames in the scene. You can then study those drawings by tracing them or analyzing them using some of your book study. One book I recommend is The Animator Survival Kit. It's the Bible for animators. And in my next class, we'll be making a digital abstract art piece, as well as talking about a concept called metadata. Some of y'all know what that is. Some of y'all don't. Some of y'all don't use it well enough. Come to class. Stay creative.